Advocacy is at the heart of PWSA USA's mission and is one of the most important ways we can create meaningful change for families and individuals affected by Prader-Willi syndrome.
I'm honored and delighted to welcome each and every one of you to our second DC Fly-In.
This past May, the 2024 DC Fly-In brought together more than 150 advocates, our largest group yet, to share their voices and stories directly with policymakers.
It was incredibly moving and inspiring, and hearing their stories and the challenges that our loved ones face on a daily basis was incredibly humbling. And for so many individuals who were with us, I mean, out of 150 people, 75 of the folks who were with us had never done anything like this before. Watching and being a part of members of our community find their voice for the first time was moving in a way that I don't think I can put into words.
For Dorothea, the advocacy work we do at PWSA USA isn't just professional, it's profoundly personal, rooted in the hope she holds for her own son and countless others like him.
My son is 7, living with PWS, and is still learning to find his voice. He's not yet speaking. For me, I think that was a little bit more emotional because I have an amazing, beautiful child who his voice is trapped in his body. So being able to be part of an opportunity to have almost 40 individuals living with PWS that ranged in age from less than 2 years old to 50 years old, share their voice and share their stories, and be able to express what this disease is like and how it has shaped their life. And in some instances, that desperation for a sense of independence. It was beautiful.
The biennial DC Fly-In puts the PWS community front and center, offering individuals and their families the opportunity to engage directly with elected officials and advocate for the pressing needs of our community. In May, PWSA USA Adults with PWS Advisory Board member Conor Heybach attended the Fly-In for the first time, participating in numerous congressional meetings throughout the day.
I got to put out my voice there and talk to staff members of their representatives. I think it was more impactful than just the caregivers or parents advocating for you. I think it really helps when the individual advocates for themselves.
The DC Fly-In gave Conor the chance to share his personal journey living with Prader-Willi syndrome, speaking directly to policymakers about the challenges he faces every day and the urgent need for treatment.
What it's like to live with Prader-Willi syndrome and age, and just a little background of how I grew up and what it's like with hyperphagia specifically. How I struggle with hyperphagia, and there's no treatments available yet.
These important moments, along with all of PWSA USA's advocacy efforts, are made possible thanks to the generosity of our donors.
Donor support is the backbone that makes every event that PWSA does possible, including our Fly-In. We have families who are desperate to share their stories. We have individuals living with PWS who need to have their stories heard. Financially, how do we make this happen? How is this possible? And it was because of donor support that we were able to pull this event together.
Your generosity fuels our advocacy work. Donate to the 2024 Angel Drive by December 31st so we can continue to ensure every voice is heard.